I just got out of an early screening of the movie The Amateur. This comes out next weekend. This is a spy thriller, espionage type of movie starring Rami Malek, Lawrence Fishburne. You also have John Berthal, and I looked at the credits. His name is the Bear. I find that to be pretty ironically funny. Anyways, this is about Rami Malek's character Charlie, and he works for the CIA. He pretty much does surveillance. He's kind of what I'm saying, a square. But what ends up happening is there's this attack that happens in London where his wife is at. His wife ends up being killed. So the movie pretty much follows him tracking everybody that has something to do with his wife's death down and to get his justice. But the interesting thing here, right? Because normally with these types of movies, they always target somebody that's like is like an ex killer or an ex marksman. Charlie is none of that. He could barely shoot a gun, as you could see in the trailer. So he goes about his revenge in the best way that he knows possible by using his brain and the things that he has created, because he created this whole infrastructure for the CIA to be able to catch people. But that's what's kind of interesting or different, and what sets it apart from other things like Jason Bourne or a Mission Impossible. The guy is just skilled with computers, and that's his realm. That's what he knows best. But he's walking around in this movie like a fucking Bond villain, ironically as well too. There's a lot of hints at other kind of spy movies and other things and whatnot. Lawrence Fishburne, he plays Henderson in this. He's kind of like a guide for him at first, but it's pretty much a solo mission for Charlie. And walking out of this movie, I was entertained, but me personally, I'm not the target audience for like these spy thriller kind of movies. There are some good ones out there, but it's not my cup of tea. Like, I'm not the biggest James Bond fan. I don't really get excited for those movies. So I think if you are a James Bond fan, a Jason Bourne kind of fan, you're a fan of those types of movies, I think you'll find this movie to be entertaining. I felt it to be pretty average. I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think it was below average. I think it was just average. It wasn't anything spectacular or groundbreaking. I think it had solid performances, a lot of cool action sequences. The motive of the main character you can get behind, because it's pretty much like an underdog story. Everybody was kind of looking at him like he's pussy. So to kind of see him go on this kind of solo dolo mission, I found myself respecting him more and more. And just the kind of cleverness of Charlie's character is what kind of keeps you engaged, keeps you on the edge of your seat. You don't know what's going to happen. Is he going to make it out of this movie alive? Because he's messing around with some very dangerous people. But, I want to know what you guys think about it if you get around to checking this out. I definitely think it's worth watching. I think this will definitely have an audience, because when I went to go see it, the theater was damn near packed. So it definitely seems like some people are going to be very much interested in this type of movie. But yeah, if you get around to checking out, let me know your thoughts. Till next time, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.